I am so happy and grateful that you are here, and I'm also so happy that it is almost winter solstice. So, to welcome that in, we are making a simmer pot for abundance. If you want to make this as well, all you need is an apple, an orange, some cinnamon sticks, some bay leaves, and some dried rose petals. And the rose petals are honestly optional. I just added them to give some extra love properties to the simmer pot. But what the oranges are going to do is bring you manifestation and luck. The apples represent health, harvest, and abundance. Cinnamon is going to protect you from any possible evil eye that may be put onto you. Bay leaves are the absolute herb of abundance, and they will attract whatever you put into them and whatever you manifest into them. And like I said, the rose petals are for love. Hello, you guys. So, right now I am at my favorite little nature trail, parked a bit away from it, and because there weren't any parking spots close to it, but I mean, I'm here for a walk, so if I have to walk to find the trail, I mean, that's fine too. But I just want to talk about how important movement is for your body, and especially if you've had a bad day or you're just not feeling well, because for me, I'm having both of those. Not necessarily a bad day, but I've just been fighting off something that I don't even know what it is. I took a COVID test, it was negative, but yeah, I've just been battling some type of like cold. It feels like flu symptoms, but I'm not exactly sure, and I've just been under the weather, not feeling very motivated or passionate, or just like, I don't know, just feeling kind of bleh and indifferent to everything. So that's why connecting with nature is so important, because I feel like the minute that I step foot on that trail and I start walking, I'm just going to feel more connected back to spirit and back to myself and my purpose, and everything will just fall back into alignment. I feel like the stress of the world and society drains us so much, and all we really need is to just remember our roots and go connect back with it. So my assumptions proved to be true. I feel completely rejuvenated after that walk. I was just soaking in the moments of being out there, trying not to be on my phone except to take a few videos of some pretty sights. No music playing, nothing, just completely savoring the moment of connecting with nature. Watching the sunset was beautiful as well, like through the trees and seeing the leaves glisten. That was an enlightening experience in itself. When I was walking on the path, there was like a spot that was like a fork in the path, and it just got me thinking, like, I feel like so often in life we question if we're on the right path or like if we're doing the right thing. And it's like we wait for a sign, or we wait for somebody on social media who has a similar life to us to be like, this is what you should do to be happy, or this is what you shouldn't do. And it's like, deep down, why are you so desperately searching for a sign to know that you're on the right path? Because in reality, your intuition knows. Deep down in your gut, you know if what you're doing is making you happy, and you know if what you're doing is leaving you unsettled. And if you're constantly looking for signs, then most likely it means that you aren't on the right path because you're not happy. And you don't need validation from social media. You don't need other people. And I do believe in signs and all of that, and I often look for signs, but in terms of this, if you're constantly looking for a sign and you're constantly looking for an outside source to tell you that, like, what you're doing is right, or you just need to feel more secure in what you're doing, then most likely deep down you're probably unhappy. And if you're falling asleep at night unhappy, just feeling, maybe falling asleep like with the guilty conscience, or constantly seeking validation from outside sources, then it might be time to reevaluate. My point of that rant is that you don't need somebody else to tell you that this is wrong, this is right, this is happy, this is unhappy, because you're the only person that falls asleep with yourself at night. You fall asleep with your thoughts. You wake up with your thoughts. Are you happy? Are you proud of yourself? Do you feel motivated? Do you feel like you're making a difference? Do you feel fulfilled? Or do you fall asleep just completely feeling empty or indifferent to everything? And it's really only for you to decide. Because if you compare your life to somebody else's, then you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm doing something wrong. But you're falling asleep every night feeling happy with yourself. You're not doing anything wrong. Life is not a cookie cutter cutout. Everybody has to be the same. We are all different, and that's what makes us human, and that is beautiful. So just remember that comparison really is the thief of joy. If you are happy, then you're happy. And if you're unhappy, then you're unhappy, and you need to do something to change that. And don't let anybody else tell you what that is. Only you know, and you know what you feel. So trust your intuition and trust your gut, trust your heart.